What's going on, boys? Welcome back to some more SideSwipe. I recently made a video covering things that lower ranked players do that might be holding them back. I received a few comments asking for me to do the same, but for the higher ranks, so I've decided to do just that. For the most part, the higher ranks know everything that's needed to rank up. Sometimes people might just need a little help finding out what they're doing wrong. So today we're going to cover mistakes that high ranks make and how to fix them. Let's get straight into number 1. When ranking up through the lower ranks, you can pretty much get away with doing the same moves that you're comfortable with over and over. And that's because at this rank, it's going to be hard for your opponents to catch on to what you're doing since they don't even have full control over their cars. Once you start ranking up a bit, you'll start running into people that have seen your playstyle before and they're going to know how to counter you much faster. For example, if you only gold shot the whole game, they're probably going to start hovering in whatever line of sight you could shoot the ball for an easy read. Or if you fake kickoffs a lot, they may form a plan that's going to let them shoot on your net with a strong shot that you won't expect since you're going to be thinking that you're going to fake them. You always want to keep your opponents guessing your next move. I recommend learning each shot type in this game so you'll have a wide variety of moves that you can use. Surprisingly, I see a lot of people in the higher ranks that never touch the ceiling for the entire match. Now, I don't want to say that you have to be able to play off the ceiling to rank up, but there's no denying that if you learn how to do this, that it will benefit you. I like to use the ceiling as a way to get boosts and also as a way that I can guard up high when the opponents are trying to attack our goal. If you can have one person on the ceiling and one person on the ground, you'll be cutting off a large amount of the field that they can take the ball to. You can also hit really insane pinches off of the ceiling if you know how to line them up. These ceiling pinches are super useful for shooting on your opponent's net or just getting the ball out of your half. If you're not comfortable using the ceiling in your games, I highly recommend practicing it in free play. A good way to practice ceiling touches is booming the ball, flying all the way up to the ceiling to get your reset back, jumping off of it, and then hitting the ball again. You don't have to be able to shoot on the net right off the bat, but do try to get used to this motion and you'll be booming shots on the net in no time. Also be sure to practice those ceiling pinches. I do have a tutorial on those that I will link in the description. 50-50s are a huge part of this game, and especially so in 1v1s. I prefer to go for the pancake 50-50 most of the time, and I also try to make the ball bounce down rather than go up. If you can make the ball bounce and go over to your opponent's side, you can oftentimes take a shot once the ball is in the air. Sometimes going high with your 50s is the move, but a lot of times people will expect you to go high and will try and counter whatever you're going to do. Another way people mess their 50s up is flipping too early or even flipping at all. A lot of the times I will save my flip until after the 50-50 so I can use it to shoot or save the ball depending on the situation. Doing the pancake method is also a really good way to gain boost back if you can make your belly sit on the ball for a while. This makes going for these 50s the safest if you're on low boost. Overall, if you're hard stuck in your rank and you're not sure why, try to see if your 50-50s are often leading to you getting scored on. I mentioned this in my mistakes low ranks make and how to fix them video, but I also see this mistake in the high ranks as well. A lot of times at these higher ranks, the teammates will think that they might have a better chance or shot to take while you have possession, and this confusion will often lead to goals. Unless it's an open net and you know your teammate has zero boost, the better option is just rotating back and being ready to support them with whatever their play leads to. You may get the occasional goal while cutting your team off, but if you even mess up slightly, your opponents are going to have an easy open net to shoot on. The best thing that you can do, especially if you're in solo queue, is have faith in your teammates' skills. They may mess up sometimes, but the chances are if they're in your rank, then they should be capable of some of the same stuff as you. They might just be having a bad game or an off day, and maybe you dropping some happy eggs can turn them around. And that's gonna do it for this mistakes video, boys. If you learned something new, please consider dropping a like and maybe even a sub, and be sure to let me know what video you would like to see next. If you made it this far, I super appreciate it, and I will talk to you in the next one. See ya.